Hello. It is Friday the 29th of April. Yes. I will get my head around what day it is at some point. It is just coming up to 11:30 in the evening. Sorry I didn't do a video yesterday. I just was exhausted, basically. When you just feel completely and utterly done in. I just didn't have any focus left at all and just needed to go to bed. So, yeah, I'm still recovering from the illness. I'm much better. Definitely on the up. So, cross fingers, I'll be all better soon. Yeah, today's been a good day. This morning was a bit rough, but generally it's been fine. I've got a lot done today. I have done various bits of admin, which I won't bother telling you about because that's boring. I've also done quite a lot of crochet. And then I've got one other, I'm going to talk to you about my spinning as well afterwards. But I've got, 2 crochet things and the spinning to tell you about. The first one, though, the first crochet project I'm going to talk about is the present that I'm making for my brother. So I'm only going to be showing this to you if you are a Ko-fi supporter of my account. So if you're not, you won't see this next bit. You'll jump straight onto the second crochet project. If you would like to become a supporter on Ko-fi, there's information in the description about how you can do that. So the second thing I'm going to show is my second moonlit shawl. Very different colourway to the first one. This is, I've put the label somewhere. This is Cotton King's Twirls from Hobby, which is now called Sultan Deluxe, and it's in the colourway Royal Amethyst. So very different. I'm loving how this is turning out. I'm on the border now. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but look at that. Look how pretty that is. It's a bit creased and everything obviously a bit wonky because I haven't blocked it or anything yet. It's gorgeous. I really love that. So I've worked from the outside where it was almost white, but the colour transition up until now has been really slow. So there's not a huge amount of difference. If I put them together end to end, you see that there's a little bit of a difference, but it's not huge. But then the colour's really starting to come through now that I'm into the border. See there, it's suddenly much deeper. Well, it's still pretty pale, but deeper than the rest of it. And I just think that is looking so pretty. I won't quite be able to get 2 shawls out of the one cake, which is a little annoying. But I think I've got a scrappy bit of the same, if not similar, similar if not the same yarn from a different colourway, but one that will go quite nicely with it, I think. So when I finish this one, I'm going to look for that, and if I have got it, then I can make a second out of the same cake and just use that extra bit to finish it off. So that's that. Oh, I've also blocked the first one and the honeycomb pouch. I've done that today, done some blocking, which is great. And last night, during the day yesterday, I spun the rest of the Shetland wool. It's all done. That bit at the end, obviously, because it's right at the end, it doesn't really hold the spin, but the rest of it is all nicely spun up. And now I want to wind it off this into I'm going to wind it into a hank. I'm going to use my Swift to wind into a hank. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll pause this, set my Swift up, and then reposition you so that you can see, and I'll wind it with you. I normally don't edit these videos at all before they go up. until I put them into the weekly compilation. If this next bit takes a while, I will speed it up. But I will try and keep it as it is and chat to you while I'm doing it. So I shall pause this, go and set my Swift up, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, here we are. Let's give this a go. This could go horribly wrong. The last time I wound up my handspun yarn, I just did it onto my ball winder, which has made a cake, but then I'm going to have to unwind that at some point and get it into a hank so that I can soak it. Which way does my handle go? That way? No, that's not going to work. Carry on like this. I haven't fully extended this in my Swift, by the way, because I don't want it to be too unwieldy. There we go. I mean, this isn't. I know you're supposed to use a niddy noddy, really, aren't you, for getting your handspun into a hank. But I don't have one, and I thought this would do for now. I may regret this in the future. We will see. But I thought for now it's as good a solution as anything else that I've got. This is a full 100 grams of the fibre, by the way. It's 100% Shetland wool. I think the colourway is called Plum. It's from, is it World of Wool, I think? Something like that they're called. I have a feeling that doing this is squeezing my Swift in. I maybe should have extended it a bit more, but never mind. Try not to do it too tight. As tight as possible, of course. I won't be able to get it off, and I'm going to end up having to wind it up onto my cake winder anyway, ball winder, whatever you want to call it. Right, I'm going to stop chatting and I'll speed this next bit up because this is going to take a while. I hope the battery on my phone will last because it is running low. And I haven't got a charging cable that's plugged in at the moment, and I don't want to go get one because I'll be going to bed soon. I can't be bothered to faff. Don't want this to take too long. Right, I'm shutting up. Now I'll speed this up. Okay, here we go. I think I'm still recording. Hopefully my battery can hold on for the next few minutes while I finish up. This has taken a lot longer than I thought it would. I hope that I'm able to speed it up enough and it won't take too long for you. I need to rescue this end out of here, which of course has got hopelessly tangled up. Is it going to come out? I shouldn't have put it in there, should I? Oh, there we go. And then tie together. Oh, and then as well, I need to get a couple of bits of extra yarn just to secure this. Where's that end gone? There it is. Secure it in a couple of places so that it doesn't tangle when I twist it into a skein in a minute. Oh, that's wasting a lot, but that's the fuzzy ends anyway, so that's fine. There we go. There's a couple of places where I have not wound it tightly enough. You can see the slack. Have I got any long enough pieces of scrappy yarn in here? Maybe. Possibly not. What's that? Oh, that's a bit of wool. Oh dear. Best laid plans and all that. Right, you know what? I'm going to chance it. This is probably a terrible idea because it's going to tangle it. But never mind, I've secured it in one place. Right, moment of truth. Let's see if I can get it off here. Oh, it's lovely and squishy. How much has it caught on the swift? Not too much. A couple of places where it's got caught up in it. What's that? What is happening here? Oh no. Oh no, it's got properly tangled up around the swift somehow. I don't know how I've managed that. Right, yeah, I've somehow got it stuck around the swift, so I'm going to have to try and sort that out. I genuinely don't know how I've done that. That's frustrating. That might be how. This bit where I tied it here. Hold of the ends. There we go. Right, loop that back through there. Tie that back up. And here we have it. An incredibly messy hank. Oh, sorry, knocked you then. Incredibly messy, overspun in places, catching on my tension ring. Take that off for a minute. Hank of hand-dyed, no, not hand-dyed, hand-spun yarn. It needs finishing off. Obviously I need to I think the next stage is to like soak it and leave it to dry and stuff so that it I don't really know, stretches out properly. I need to look into what I need to do with it next. And there's that and the previous skein that I had spun as well. That's 2 I've done now within the 100 days, which is pretty good. Yeah, I'm going to call that a success for now. We'll see what happens. Hey, it looks pretty. It's incredibly uneven, but still, I'm pretty proud. I should really go to bed now. It's now after midnight. And I will soon, but first I'm going to dig out one of my other bags of fibre, which is not wool. I've got 2 lots of wool and 2 lots of other types of fibre. I'm going to have a quick go at spinning one of those, just because I know that if I don't do it, I'll just lie awake thinking about it. So I'm going to do that, and I will report back tomorrow on how that goes. Okay, bye for now. Hello. I have just realised that in yesterday's video I gave you completely the wrong date. So yesterday's video was on Tuesday the 30th of April. It is now Wednesday the 1st of May. It is 20 to midnight. I need to stop staying up so late, don't I? I never probably will though. I've always been a night owl. Always. I have not done a huge amount of crafting today. I have allowed myself a rest day today. Kelvin's away. Left early this morning. Is back tomorrow evening. Just for work, nothing exciting. So that means obviously I've had to do, well, not obviously, but it does mean I have had to do the school run both morning and afternoon, which just cuts into my day a lot, and I find it hard to settle into anything when I know that I've got to leave again later on. So I thought it's a one-off. I'll allow myself a rest day. So yeah, I've not done a huge amount. That said, I have done a few little things. I have pretty much finished. Let me get this the right way around. Moonlit shawl and number 2. Ta-da! I just need to weave in the ends, of which there are only 2 this time, which is lovely. And then block it, so I shall do that tomorrow. I love this one. I really love the colour of it. It's a lot paler than I would wear normally, but it's pretty. Really pretty. And I haven't quite got enough of the cake left to make another one, but it is only about 20 grams off. So did I say yesterday I'm going to find some additional yarn to finish that off with. Use it on the bottom edge of the border. Oh, use it on the bottom edge of the border. There we go. I have also just now wound up another Chaos Yarn cake. Please excuse my nails, they're an absolute mess at the moment. This is all cotton yarn, scraps of, and I've just used up all the white and pale scraps that I had in my box of cotton. So that's going to be put away on my shelf over there until I've got enough to start doing something with. And then I said last night, didn't I, that I was going to start winding up another load of fibre. I had 2 bags left and I just picked one out at random. I didn't look at what it was. And it is the dyed bamboo in the colour Francesca, which is this just gorgeous colour, and it is so soft and silky, as you'd expect from a bamboo fibre. I was a bit worried about spinning this, especially because when I first started it off on the drop spindle, it broke 2 or 3 times in quick succession. I was like, oh no, here we go. This is going to be awful. But I persevered, and once I got past that initial starting problems, it's worked so well. I am loving this. It is really strong. It hasn't split. All of that I've done, it doesn't look like much, but it took a while. Didn't split once, didn't break once I got going. I've got a pretty consistent thickness going on, a pretty consistent spin going on. So this is lovely. You can see, I think, can you see? I hope so. It's got a slight sheen to it, again, as bamboo often does. So I'm really enjoying it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I think I'm going to have to get more bamboo fibre in the future to spin with, because that is just, oh, it's so good. So, oh, that's the other thing I've done. I'll tell you that in a minute. But yes, I'm going to carry on, do a bit more of that before I go to bed tonight. The fourth thing I've done, I haven't actually made anything yet, but Ned has set me a little challenge. Okay, I volunteered. He was really pleased with Pikachu that I made him for his birthday. And then he mentioned how he finds it really frustrating that all the stuff, soft toys, plushies, whatever you want to call them, for Pokemon are the same few really well-known, really popular characters. Understandably, as an adult, I get it. Marketing costs, etc. Absolutely understand. As an 8-year-old, he's just annoyed that his favourite Pokemon, or rather his favourite of the moment Pokemon, are not available. I says, well, okay, which one do you want? I'll have a go. He has chosen Salazzle, not one I've ever heard of before. He found me some pictures to look at. On Ko-fi, I'll put a separate post up with a picture so you can see when I come to doing the weekly compilation video on YouTube. I'll put a picture up here somewhere. It's going to be a challenge because I've never made an amigurumi without a pattern before, but I think I'll manage it. I've done a little plan today. I've drawn out the separate parts that I'll need to make. Just kind of sketched them out, made a note of the colours that I need, and the fact that I'm going to use pipe cleaners so that the limbs and things are posable and don't just flop, because there's quite a few thin bits. It's going to be really fiddly. I'm going to hate myself for agreeing to do this. But I've done it now. And I've had a rummage through my yarn stash, realised I don't have enough of the right colours in any yarn at all. And so I've ordered some more. I've been good. I've only ordered the yarn that I need for this project, which is unusual for me. And I've ordered it from Hobby or Hobie. I'm not quite sure how you say it. To me, it's Hobby, but whatever. Obviously, I'll show you that when it arrives. I've just gone for acrylic yarn. I know a lot of people prefer using cotton for amigurumi, but I actually like acrylic for it. And acrylic's usually cheaper as well, which is always a bonus. So that's that. It's been... I've not done a lot, but I've done a few little things. And I deliberately didn't do a lot, so it's fine. Tomorrow will be different. I'm doing the school run in the morning, but then Ned's being picked up by his granny in the afternoon and going to hers for tea. So once I get back home, I'm going to the doctor's as well. Once I get back home from the doctor's, I can just get stuck in and get a few things done. So that's it for now. I'm going to do some more spinning, watch another podcast video or two on YouTube, and then go to bed. And I will check back in tomorrow. Bye for now. Good evening. It is Thursday, the 2nd of May. It is just gone 11 p.m. I have not done a huge amount today. I've done pretty much none of the things that I had originally planned to do. I'm feeling much better physically. I think I've got lingering side effects, lingering symptoms, but I think I'm pretty much fully recovered now. But I've just been feeling a bit down. Don't really know why. It was really a good opportunity to have a good and productive day today because Ned was at his granny's this afternoon. So I should have been able to get a lot done, but I just could not be bothered. So I've allowed myself another rest day. That said, I did go to the doctor's this morning, which involved, well, it took a lot longer than it should have done, let's put it that way, just because of timings, really. There was no point in me coming home from school. I wouldn't have really had time. So I went straight to town, but then I had to kill most of an hour, 40 minutes-ish in town before going to the surgery. And then, of course, they were running late because it's the doctors, they always are. But hey, never mind. The appointment went well, so that was what matters most. What have I done? After I spoke to you last night, I did do some more spinning. I'm going to go and do a little bit more now before I go to bed. Having been very smug yesterday about the fact that I hadn't had any breakages with the bamboo fibre. Of course, the very next bit I spun broke. I think, though, that it was just because I had overspun it. So the fibre was under too much strain, under too much tension, and it just snapped. And I was able to rejoin and carry on, and it's all fine. It carried on absolutely fine. So I must try and remember to be a little bit more careful going forward. What else have I done? I don't feel... I ordered... I said, didn't I? I ordered the yarn for Ned's amigurumi challenge. Yes, I did. Oh, I am taking part in the amigurumi hashtag on Instagram. I can't remember the Instagram handle of the person who runs it, who started it all. But that's pretty fun. I've just put my second related post for that up this evening. I had intended to do a bunch of work, sort of scheduling content for that today. I haven't, so that's on my list for tomorrow. Just because otherwise I will forget, and there are quite a few of the prompts where I can schedule it in advance, so it makes sense to do it. And other than that, I have spent some time today working on this, which hopefully you will recognise. That's the corner of my Sacred Space blanket. I think I'd said last time I spoke that I was having to work double treble stitches again. That's US trebles. It's these ones here, which I don't like. Luckily, I persevered, I pushed through, I finished that round. And the 2 round stints have been much nicer. This one that I'm on now, round 100, which is pretty cool, is just like a shell stitch type thing going on, which is really lovely. I have realised, I don't know, I'm definitely going to need more yarn. I'm more than halfway through this skein already, and there is part 8, which will be a few rows, and part 9, which will be a few rows. I don't know how many, I can't remember how many there are in total. And obviously the rows are getting longer and longer. Quite a lot of them have got complicated stitches, things like this sort of shell stitch in this row, or popcorn stitches, or other cluster type stitches, which obviously use up a lot of yarn. So I've just ordered from Wool Warehouse 4 cakes of scape as well. I'm not going to use them all. The reason I've ordered 4 is because I didn't want to just carry on with the same colour again. I didn't want to carry on with this because it's a beautiful colour and it looks lovely, but I like having a colour change to work with. I thought it would be nice to start the gradient off again around the edge. I don't know if that's the right decision, but I'm committing to it now. And I didn't want to use the dark grape squish gradient again. I don't really know why, I just fancied a change. Again, I don't know if it's the right decision, but we'll see. When it arrives, I've ordered 4 different ones, all of which are, as far as I can tell from the name and from the pictures on the website, shades of purple. They all have, I think, either the either the middle or the outside is very close to this plum colour. And so when they get here, I shall compare them to this, probably get Kelvin to help me determine which one is the closest match. If none of them are good enough, then I will send them all back and get dark grape squish or some more of the plum again. But if there's one that works really well, I shall keep that one and send the other 3 back. And then hopefully one more cake of the whirl will be enough to finish it off. That will be now 1, 2, plus the new one makes 3 cakes of whirl, plus 2 whirlettes. It's a lot of yarn. I think there's 2,000 metres per whirl. And these are about half, so I'm guessing about 1,000 metres. No, 1,000 metres per whirl. And I'm guessing about 500 metres per whirlette. So it's a lot. So that is that. And I'm now going to pack this away. I'm going to go and do a bit more spinning. I don't need to do my to-do list or anything, so I've already got that prepared for tomorrow. So yeah, just go and do a little bit of spinning and then go to bed. Kelvin is home again, which is lovely. He's absolutely shattered. I think just because of he's had to drive a bit of a distance. He was at a conference in Manchester, so it's not too far from here, but longer than he normally drives for. And then he's spent 2 days having to actually talk to people and be sociable and polite. Which, again, is just not what he's used to. He works from home all the time normally, so being out and about and actually speaking to people, it's a big mental toll when you're not used to it. So yeah, that's that. I don't think there's anything else important to share. So I shall sign off and come back tomorrow. Hello. This is my update for Friday the 3rd of May, but it is well after midnight already, so it is actually the 4th. But it's my update for the 3rd. For once, I have not had to check the date. It is my nephew's birthday today. He has turned 12, which is crazy. Absolutely mad. But hey, happy birthday to him. I will keep this one fairly short because it is super late and I don't have a huge amount to tell you anyway. Neris is on my knee. I wonder if I can get you to see her. She is, look, all cozy and curled up on my knee. For once, she hasn't immediately got up to try and join in the conversation, so let's see if that lasts. She's been very cuddly today. Anyway, I've spent most of the day doing admin-y things. I have finally taken photos of my blanket stitch wrap, so I must put them up for everyone to see. And I have planned out and scheduled content for some of the prompts for amigurumi. I haven't done them all. There's a couple I'm struggling for ideas for, one of which is like Sunday, I think, so I need to get thinking on that. But yeah, I've scheduled quite a few, and I will do more over the next few days so they can just keep happily posting themselves to Instagram and Facebook without me having to do anything for the rest of the month. And then this evening I have spent a few lovely hours watching other crochet podcasts, well, crafting podcasts, crochet and knitting mostly, on YouTube, and working on Moonlit Shore number 3. This is the second half of the cake that the last one was from. It's getting lovely and dark now though, look. And it will get darker still. Oh, and then Kelvin has chosen the finishing colour for me. Oh, sorry, Neris. Made you jump then, didn't I? With that noise. Hope it wasn't too loud for you watching this. So that's the finishing colour. I think. Oh, the light. Sorry, the light's not very good. They look okay together, don't they? I think. I mean, he can tell better than I can. So if he says they look good, I'm going to believe him. So, oh no, don't put that in there. So that's today. I don't know what I'll get done tomorrow. We haven't really got any plans on purpose, really, because we've got things on both Sunday and Monday. It's bank holiday here in England. Oh, I've just pulled a bunch of stitches out to finish that before I go up. That was foolish. Yeah, that's it. I'll be back tomorrow, Saturday, and I'll let you know whatever I have done. Well, I've done some more spinning as well. Still going really well. That's it. See you later. Hello. This is my update for Saturday the 4th of May. Although, once again, of course, it is after midnight. So we're into Sunday. But let's just gloss over that for a minute. I have got a few little bits and bobs to tell you about this evening. I shall start with what I've been working on. I've done some work this evening, just a couple of hours, on Moonlit Shore number 3. I am loving this colour that it's turning into. It's just so pretty. I'm really liking my sort of bluey purples at the moment. I mean, I haven't done, I suppose, for a long time, but yeah, they're really speaking to me. So that's going well. I am on the last section of the main part now. And then it's just 5 tiny rows to finish it off, and then the border to do. So I'm intending to work on that in the morning, but we shall see how I feel when I get up. More often than not, I fall asleep again on the sofa on a Sunday morning. I shall try and avoid doing that. We'll see. I have also today started, and in fact almost finished, a new zipper pouch for my markets. I have done the 2 panels. I just need to sew them to the pouch that's going in the middle and crochet around the edges. Yeah, that'll be it. On and block it. There is absolutely no rhyme or reason to the colours. I have done this to use up scrap yarn. I've just pulled out a bunch of little balls of scrappy yarn. It's all 100% acrylic, and I've just used the moss stitch and changed up the colours, done a few rows of each one, then grabbed a new ball, done a few rows of the next one, grabbed a new ball, carried on. So each panel is different to the other. They're chaotic and mad and bright and colourful, and they do not match, but they sort of go together, if that makes sense. And I love it. It's worked out really, really quickly, actually. Obviously it's not quite finished, but I'm under 2 hours with this. So more of these may appear in the future. I've got one more, I think, of these left upstairs. I'm thinking possibly a granny stitch version for that one. Possibly with the same colours, but I might mix it up. I don't know. We shall see. So that's going to go back upstairs for me to finish it off at some point at the beginning of the week. Because, of course, I need to get things ready for the craft fair that I will be at next weekend. A week today. Just less than a week now. There we go. Right, what else was I going to tell you about? I meant to say tomorrow I have ordered and fully paid for my second advent for this year. I've been waiting for this one. It's by Helen, I think her name is, at Giddy Yarns. And yeah, I've been waiting for it because she announced a little while ago that she was basing it on the Terry Pratchett novel The Hogfather, which I haven't actually read the book, which is very rare for me, but the TV film adaptation is amazing. Death is my favourite Terry Pratchett character, hands down. Partly because he likes cats, but just generally because he's brilliant. And I've been assured that that adaptation is pretty faithful to the book. There's changes, obviously, there always are with these things. And this Advent, Helen, I think her name's Helen. I'm very sorry if I'm wrong. I'm going to keep saying Helen. What was I saying? She is planning this Advent as a read-along. So I'm going to get the book, Kindle edition. And then I can read it while opening the Advent in December, which will be very cool. So yes, I'm excited about that. I was going to buy a third one, despite the fact that I can't really afford to. But fate has intervened because it's sold out already. That is the one by a lady whose name I cannot remember. Her podcast is called The Corner of Craft, and I think she also sells under the name Chromatic Yarns. And the Advent that she will be producing is based on The Muppets Christmas Carol, which is the best Christmas film. You will not convince me otherwise. And in fact could be the best film of all time. Certainly up there. And it is one that we watch religiously at least once every Christmas, sometimes 2 or 3 times. Because it's just brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant. And yeah, it would have been lovely. So I'm really happy for her, obviously, that it's sold out so quickly. And I am quite happy that I'm not spending money that I can't afford. But I am a bit sad that I've missed out on that one. We'll see. So yes, in theory, that's it. There's just 2 Advents. Most of the others that I've seen this year have been very pastel-y, which is beautiful, but not really me. But you never know, I might spot another one. Or I might get a non-yarny one. I really shouldn't. Depends how the year goes financially, I suppose. What else was I going to say? Oh yes, I have been selected to test a new crochet project by Brambles and Heart on Instagram, I think, Shelley. It's a dress pattern for a children's dress pattern. And I've been selected for the largest size, I think because I was the only person who said they could do it, looking at the list, which is a 9 to 10 years. It's a dress pattern. Because I do know a couple of girls of around that age, so hopefully I can gift it to them and maybe convince them to model it for me, or convince their parents to let them model it for me. But really, I'm doing it because I want the pattern to make the much smaller size for my niece Ivy. So, yeah, hopefully it will go well, and then I can make a little baby one as well for the summer for Ivy. So when I head upstairs in a minute, I am going to raid my yarn stash and see. I hope I've got some yarn that will suit for the test, because I've looked at the recommended yarns, suggested yarns, and they're all lovely, but I'd need quite a lot for that big size, 9 to 10 years, and I can't really afford it at the moment. But hey, if I need to, I'll work it out, it's fine. But I'm hoping I've got something in my stash that will do. I might have to make an acrylic version, which isn't ideal for this time of year. But I could always say, okay, keep it for, well, I suppose I'll grow out of it. I could give it to someone a bit younger and say keep it for winter. And then I've got lots and lots of ideas in here for other things to make that have just been buzzing around this evening. So I'm going to go and add them to my to-do list board thing upstairs as well, so that they're on paper and I don't forget about them. When I'll get to making any of them, I've got no idea. I have done a bit more spinning today of my lovely bamboo fibre. It's still going really, really well. I've had no more breakages yet, touch wood. Yeah. I'm planning actually to take that spinning with me to the craft fair on next Saturday, because there's always time when I've got, things go a bit quiet or whatever, and I just need something to do with my hands. And crochet is fine if I take the right kind of project, but I don't want to be taking my glasses on and off all the time. And I think I can, well, no, I know I can spin with my glasses on, which will make things a bit easier for when people do come by and want to chat. Right, I've zoomed through that. I think that was everything I was going to tell you. I am trying to keep these videos short. So yes, I shall end it there, and I shall toddle off upstairs and do those little bits and come back to you tomorrow. Night night. I've just been sat here not realising that I was recording. I don't know how much of that you saw. It is Sunday the 5th of May. Yes, that is right. It is about 11:15 in the evening. I've done very little today in the way of crafting, so I thought I would carry on while I'm chatting to you, just to make this at least vaguely relevant to craft. This is the Moonlit Shawl that I'm working on, Moonlit Shawl number 3. I'm on the border now. I got a couple of hours in this morning, and then I've been carrying on with it this evening after Ned's been in bed. The main reason that I've not got a lot done today is because we have had a lovely afternoon at my dad's. We're trying to get in nice times as and when we can. I won't go into any detail, but we found out just short of a couple of months ago that he has a chronic illness which is, well, it is terminal. Basically, it's not necessarily immediately terminal. He could last a while yet, and obviously the hope is that he will, and that he'll be in relative good health. He's not in good health, but relative to him. But also he could suddenly take a turn for the worse, and it could all be over very quickly. We just don't know. I'm sure at some point in the future I will talk more about that, but now is not the time. But yes, the point is that I'm trying to enjoy the time I've got, and it was lovely today. We went for lunch. One of my other relatives would come up for a visit as well. Robert, in every legal sense, he is not related to me at all, but as far as I'm concerned, he's my granddad. I've got a strange family in some respects. So yes, it was lovely to see him. Lovely chat with him. He slipped Ned 20 quid, which is always nice. Yeah, we just had a lovely time. Really lovely lunch. Roast lamb and roast potatoes and parsnips and carrots, and my stepmom had made a I can't remember the proper name, but like a pear and almond tart with some chocolate sauce and some ice cream, and it was lovely. Ned had a bit of time in their garden. They've got a pond and he likes to check the pond life and to help sort out the ever-present duckweed and blanket weed. So he's done a bit of that for them, which is lovely. And then we ended up having a sort of extra film night this evening. We have watched Wish, the new Disney film, and it was had some fairly terrible reviews apparently. I really enjoyed it, and so did Ned, and so did Kelvin. So yeah, it's not the best Disney film ever. There are definitely better ones out there. Some of the songs are a bit, I don't know, they feel a bit contrived. There are a couple of really good ones though. And yeah, it was just really fun. Really fun. But that's about it, really. I'm going to go and do a bit of spinning in a minute. Just finish this row. Just do my little daily spin. And tomorrow's a bank holiday. We're going to go and see my sister and my niece. And my sister's partner will be there as well. And so I probably won't get an awful lot done tomorrow either. But I'm going to try, I think I'm going to try and get the gauge swatch for the test that I think I talked about yesterday. I found the yarn last night. Well, no, I found some yarn that I hope will work last night. So I think I'm going to try and do the gauge swatch tomorrow. Hopefully I can get started this week. It's going to be quite a busy week. I've got my pre-op assessment on Tuesday. I've got a one-to-one session with Gemma from the Indie Business Club on Wednesday. I've got nothing, I think, on Thursday. But then I'm out on Friday evening, and then on Saturday next weekend I'm at my first craft market of the year in Wetherby. So we need to get prepping this week. Got a lot to do really. Decide what I'm going to take with me, how I'm going to set it up, whether I'm making any changes to how I do labelling or packaging or anything like that. So yeah. And then there's lots of other things to do. I've got a podcast to record on Wednesday as well. So I'll be editing all of this at some point tomorrow, probably in the evening. There's various bits of household admin that need doing. I still need to schedule the rest of my posts for the amigurume hashtag that's happening at the moment that I'm taking part in. So yeah, and birthdays. It's Kelvin's stepdad's birthday just after next weekend, I think. And then we'll be heading rapidly closer to my dad's birthday and Kelvin's brother's birthday, which were on the same day. And then a week away for Kelvin's 40th. So yeah, it's all going to be a bit crazy, I think, for the next few weeks. But hey, it will make life interesting. Right. I think I have rambled on for more than long enough. This might take a little while to upload now. So I shall stop. Finish this up and go and do my spinning and try and get this uploaded onto the daily video playlist for my lovely Ko-fi people. And I shall come back tomorrow with another update. Alright, bye for now.